Well, hello and welcome to episode 44 of the Card Show. Bit of a mixed one today, so I'm going to go straight into it. I'm going to start off on a happier vibe until it gets a little bit worse, but let's start on a good vibe. NBA, it's the playoff season. Obviously, you had the first round of it, so we have the Cavs beating the Magic. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Spider, Donovan Mitchell, he is him. You know, I also think Darius Garland as well, another baller. I think it's been difficult for them to this year. Sort of, whose roles what, and I think Donovan sort of overshadows what Garland can do. But yeah, Spider is the one. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if one of them moves at the end of the season. I heard somewhere LeBron and Bronny going to the Cavs and Spider heading to LA. We'd welcome it Lakers with open arms. Well, so we have the Knicks, they've won game one against the Philadelphia 76ers. Brunson, again, he is him. The Knicks have been a sort of surprise package all year. I was lucky enough to go see them beginning of the year against the Bulls. To the victory there as well. So all them dubs. So yeah, good to see them doing well. And we could win a first series in God knows how long. Celtics beat the Heat. I think that was without Butler. I think Heat are obviously not the team that are going to be challenging. I think Butler brings a lot to that team, and Celtics are strong anyway. Tatum's obviously been up there a few times at such a young age. I think Bron said it recently, didn't he, about how there's a lot of noise around Tatum and not winning anything. But look at his age. LeBron didn't even get to a final, for the first X amount of years in his in the league. So yeah, I like Celtics as much as it hurts to say that as a Lakers fan. Bucks beat the Pacers. I think I did say it should be a sweep for the Bucks. I do like Pacers. I think they're an underrated team, but I just think Giannis, Dame will be too strong at this time. I think obviously Chris Middleton. Yeah, I think they'll be too strong. They'll come into their own. We had the Timberwolves beat the Suns. I didn't think the Timberwolves would do it, especially not by 25 points. You sort of look at the lineups and you think, KD can shoot from anywhere. Booker quite similar. Bradley Beal, etc., etc. And then things don't go that way. And all of a sudden you look at the lineup again, and all of a sudden Ant-Man and he is him. The trash talking is next level. It's good to see the Timberwolves do well. It's good to see Ant-Man do well. Big believer in Ant-Man. I think he's an absolute baller. Nuggets beat Lakers. There was a chance of who's your daddy from the Nugget fans afterwards. It's the 9th straight time they beat Lakers, which is crazy. Yeah, I think that could be a sweep. Potentially Lakers get a game or two in there, so lucky. Hurts me to say that as a Lakers fan, obviously, but Nuggets are just a very strong team. Very good core there. Clippers absolutely dominated the Mavs with a 109 to 97. Yeah, I didn't expect that either. I thought Kyrie and Luka would come in game one strong. Kyrie was seen motivating his team on the sideline when he was taking off. I think he's going to have a point to prove. So game 2 is going to be very interesting that one. But the Clippers are a very strong side. Paul George, James Harden, Westbrook, Kawhi. On paper they should be up there, in the Western Finals easily. So we'll see what happens there. OKC beat the Pelicans again by 2 points. That surprised me as well. I thought that'd be a bit of a wider gap. OKC have been on fire all season. See Shea and Chet, for instance. So yeah, but Pelicans have been very good. Sort of not a sleeper team, but performed very well this year. Got through, beat the Kings to get through into the actual playoffs. So interesting. Hopefully Zion can get himself in match fitness in time to really make an impact on this. It'll be interesting. So as a recording this, we do have the games tomorrow, so the second games. So it'll be interesting to see which way they go. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Who's winning? So I'm gonna say the Cavs are gonna. I think the Cavs will do the Magic. I don't think it'll be clear. Will it be a clean sweep? I think the Magic may win a game. that 76ers game is going to depend on a lot of fitness. But I'm gonna go with Knicks. Don't see why. Probably because I've got a bit of a soft spot now. I think after being at Madison Square Garden, especially on back-to-back nights, doing NHL and NFL. So yeah, maybe that would be where I'd go on that one. Celtics Heat. I'm gonna go Celtics. Yeah. No Himmy Butler. I think Celtics will take that. I think Bucks will do Pacers. Possibly a clean sweep there. Timberwolves Suns. Oh god, I would have said Suns at the beginning, but after watching that game, that's going to be a very good one to watch. That's going to be a very good. Yeah, that could be a Game 7 scenario. Because Durant is going to step up. Booker needs to, get there and do what he needs to do. Nuggets. Unfortunately, Nuggets Lakers. Yeah, Nuggets will do the Lakers. Probably a clean sweep. Lakers might get one lucky. Clippers, Mavs. That could be another Game 7 game. That could be another Game 7. I'll go with Clippers. Controversial, but I'm going to Clippers. I don't think that's controversial, to be fair. Yeah, I do think Luka and Kyrie have been performing great, but yeah, difficult to go past Clippers. What else have we got? Oh, Thunder. Yeah, Thunder. I think Thunder will do that. Again, quite possibly a clean sweep. We'll see. But yeah, Thunder. And then we go on to NHL. So obviously the road to the Stanley Cup has begun. Round 1. So we had the Carolina Hurricanes winning 3-1 against the Islanders. Also, we saw the whole Rangers Islanders fight at the end of the first 2 minutes basically of that game, which was quite funny. We had the Panthers 3-2 against the Lightning. Jets 7-6 against the Avalanche. Bruins won 5-1 against the Maple Leafs. You got Rangers 4-1 against Capitals. And the Canucks won 4-2 against the Predators. That's going to be very interesting. Again, tomorrow we do have their set of games. But yeah, that is going to be interesting. I think. Obviously, I'm hoping the Rangers can do something. Had a good year. Again, going to see them, give it a little soft spot for them. The Bruins, strong performance. I go Bruins over Maple Leafs. Hurricanes, yeah. I'd love the Islanders to get through as well, but yeah, I think Hurricanes. Panthers, Lightning. Potentially Lightning, I don't know why. Jets, Avalanche is going to be a great game. I go Jets. I go Jets, why not? The Canucks, Predators. Ooh. The thing is, you can't even base it on the season, can you really? Let's go Canucks. And then obviously, so some games I haven't played Game 1 yet. The Oilers and Kings, and the Stars versus the Golden Knights. I go Oilers, don't see why. And I go Golden Knights. That's the predictions there, and I'm sticking to them for now. But in hobby news, stuff we love to hear, PSA have finally stood up or made a statement on with regards to the Kurt's card care. They deactivated his submission. And this is the issue when you want to try and be famous and you want to put everything out there on socials. They can see it all and they can get rid of it like this. If you just kept on the low, you would have got away with it. But he didn't. Yeah? It's what you get. It's what you get. It's interesting stance from PSA because obviously they've openly admitted that they can't detect the stuff on the cards. So, going forward, I'm sure he'll learn. I'm sure everyone else will not be all over all over their Instagram, all over their stories, trying to be famous. Look what I did. Turn this 6 to a 9 and pause. And stuff like that. But yeah, it's a very interesting dance. It's hopefully less people now will be all over the socials trying to show off, or they'll get back to covering the little serial number. But I'm sure PSA will come around, way finding out you know, which card it was, especially if it's, you know, such a big card that has been recently graded. It's not going to be hard to track down, especially if it's serial numbered or etc. So be very careful. You know, it's interesting all over. Obviously in the UK, we have just had CardCon, which I'll talk about in a minute briefly. And there was a special there between Third Down Displays and MGC, you know, the grading company over here. And you know, it was go over there, get your card cleaned. You then got a discount at grading MGC, who were doing on-site grading, you know, starting at like £9.99. You know, so they were quite happy to have your card, you know, sort of cleaned and then sent it over for grading. They don't seem too fussed about it. It'll be interesting to see what happens with other companies and, you know, other grading companies in this scenario. But yeah, it's, again, people sometimes don't think and just see the stars and want to be famous. Want to get one of them likes on Instagram, and it's cost him. You know, that's now deactivated. So, you know, think before you do these things. Think before you post is what I'd say there. Get the Topps UCC pre-order. I like the fact they put pre-order on there. I don't want to talk too much about Topps just because of how this is going to end. This pod is going to end, say, on Topps and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm happy to put pre-order in a sort of a date that it's supposed to ship out instead of people buying stuff. You know, then it's always like, oh, this should be shipped within 4 weeks, and you're buying summer signings, you're not getting it till halfway, you know, towards the end of the season, etc. It's ridiculous. So at least there's a bit more of a warning. Nice enough product. Obviously, they try to overhype it, should we say? I don't know. Yeah, let's put too much hype in it by putting a Messi Ronaldo auto in there. I think Messi's in Barcelona, Ronaldo might be. Is he in Juventus kit or Real Madrid? I can't even remember what kit he's in. I wasn't that interested. So yeah, watch out for all these influence breakers trying to tell you it's the greatest packs ever, and make sure you buy involved in this because you've got a chance to get in this. It's the best card ever, etc., etc. Nonsense, people. We had the London Card Show had an announcement. It's like a joint announcement. I don't know what it was. It was a paid announcement. God knows what. The Great Curator and a few others from the US are coming over. I think he tagged in like Rough Cards, maybe Sports Card Taxi or Card Plaza or someone. Jesus, Sunday League Investor. Which is kind of cool. He's a nice guy. Who's the other one? Troy Cards 415. I don't know if that's right or not, but yeah, he's a nice guy as well, so he'd come back over. Yeah, so it's interesting. It's like, I suppose in England now it's becoming more of a, you know, what shiny thing can you get over to sell your show? What's going to get us there? Oh, we've got to have more of these influencers that I watch on YouTube to make me come to your show, sort of thing. You know, kind of a shame, you know, especially going from sort of the card fairs that recently, where it's, again, smallish room, thousands of cards, and it's just you and the cards, you know, and collectors and sort of thing. And now it's all about, it's got these card shows are getting more that way with the, you know, the football match, the quotation marks, because it's obviously a charity match, but yeah, charity football match on the pitch at the Yorkshire show. It's kind of a new thing to add onto a show. You know, I think maybe it's getting tough out there for these shows. I really do. I think, especially in the UK, we've been flooded with shows in all these little locations. So I think that's something. It'll be interesting to see what shows are here next year. You know, I'm hearing murmurs of certain shows doing one more or two more. Obviously, MCC have sort of said that's it, end of the year, we're done. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with shows, where we go next. Obviously, I think the Yorkshire are bringing out Matt Letizia as a sort of a, I don't know what he is, because he's not a commentator, he's not a coach, he's giving people advice, you know, again, whatever. It's another little selling hook to hook you in and reel you in. Whatever. Yeah, whatever that may be. But, you know, again, I think a lot of people watch the Great Curator and Rough Cards and all them people, and they'll want to go just to be around them. Oh, friends, you know. It's fine. That's their prerogative. You know. You know, especially if you think if this is a hobby for you and this is just something you collect and it's, you know, it's more fun. But you're gonna get a lot of these these influencers now that maybe all pitched up with them and stuff like that, and they'll be friends for the views, for the likes, and that's what it'll be. As always, you know. What else? I did a CardCon over the weekend. Didn't go. I didn't mind CardCon wasn't a bad show. Let me preface this. First show, really good, massive space, and it's one of them places where you go and think this is scope here to be something special. It's an air hanger. It's massive. Few sort of mistakes first time around, I would have said. Not major mistakes, but just sort of how it was. Just you come through doors and it was just there, and it was weird lines. It was a bit too much of like dead spaces. I felt bad for them people. Heard it was not similar, but heard there was a few sort of dead spaces again. There's not much you can do if people aren't going to walk a certain way, but there's ways you can float around things and maybe put certain businesses. It was like a runway of like, oh, here's all the people that paid us top dollar. So you I think Canon were there. It's like selling like scanners. Is it PwC? All just the bigger brand stuff. And that was like your archway in, and everyone else is scattered around the sides. And last time, the time I went, people on like a side was just facing like abyss, like a blackness, and it's kind of felt bad for them people because people who walked in saw all of the glitz and glamour of everything. Walking through the arch, and they looked to the right and saw the abyss full. Well, no point going down there. At least there's food and lights over this side. And you probably got a bit left out on that right side. I don't know how it works on this side. I've not really spoken to anyone. It's been seen a few things. People seem to have a good time. That's the most important thing. I think there's a lot of stuff went on. People have been there on a Friday and stuff like that, which is cool. Saw Sports Card Social. Mark pick up it was Dynasty. Like a Lewis Hamilton 1-of-1, which is kind of cool. Congrats to him. But yeah, good show and all. Yeah, I'm sure they'll go from strength to strength. I'm sure they'll do this like the other. There's a lot of weird stuff on the socials. It's like a bunny, Easter bunny, which is like well too late for Easter bunny, right? And where's the bunny now? Guess this nonsense. I didn't really keep up with it, so I don't really know what it was about, to be fair. But yeah, again, it's just more stuff like, well, let's just chuck shit at you to get your attention. It's a bunny, and he's what's he doing? We're here to hear about cards, buddy. Here to hear about cards. What is that? I don't know what's going on. I really don't. One of the big controversies, and it sort of leads to CardCon, leads to Tops, at least I think, was the show exclusive Showtime. Buy Tops. You only get it at shows. Obviously breakers buy them, and you buy them on breaks and whatnot. But yeah, there was a Chase. It was a Thierry Henry 1-of-1. And then it was weird, right? Because I'm presuming with the last lot there was 1-of-1s as well. I can't really remember. I remember buying a few boxes with Dan. We ripped 3 boxes, a bit of a challenge. He got nice autos, numbered, etc., etc. But it was like a bounty. For some reason, on that Saturday there was a bounty, and then they also got doubles and stuff like that. And then there was like these, not revealing names and sources, but there was this moment, it's going to be revealed at 2 p.m. that it's been got, this bounty. And I was like, Jesus, And the next minute, it gets pulled and it's by someone, and then it's typical, isn't it? A show exclusive gets pulled by a breaker, and look at all the 1-of-1s that this breaker's pulled 4 tops. Is it is it inside job sort of thing? I mean, I'm not one for like blasting names out. I don't know. It's just not me. If people message me, I sort of will address it and just leave the names. Don't really care about giving them airtime on that. But this one is obviously the Yorkshire Collector. People may know him, Adam, etc. Met him a handful of times. Nice guy. Met his wife. Nice lady. Run the Yorkshire Card Show. Expanded their sort of break-in empire, and have a few people breaking for them. I don't know. Like, he gets a 1-of-1. It's not like a congrats. It's straight away. It's do stories. I got a few messages like, look at this. It's inside job, and loaded boxes. And look if you go through his stories, or you go through his Instagram, he's got a section of all his 1-of-1s and all his pick, his hot picks, his packs, and all this sort of stuff. And it's a lot of top stuff, a lot of Prism stuff, a lot of Panini stuff on there. Like, no one's saying he's getting backhanders from Panini, but it's interesting. There's no smoke without fire, as they say. I think he's a nice guy. Do I think there's some dodgy dealings going on? But hey, listen, possibly. You know, friends and friendly places and higher places, there's always something going on. You know, he's become sort of a bit of a face for the hobby, especially for the Yorkshire side. You know, he's got this show. He's done a lot with Whatnot, a few terror as well. So you know, Tops might be getting better than him. God knows. Who knows? Who cares? People can't just be happy for someone for hitting a 1-of-1, can they? You know. I don't know if he's sold it, if he's claimed the bounty, if he's keeping it. I don't think he's an Arsenal fan. I'm pretty sure he's a United fan and a Ronaldo collector. So yeah, it's just one of the sort of the dregs of this hobby sometimes. You know, this people just want to go. I mean, get it wrong. People love the drama, which is great. You know, you need to stick to what you want to do in this hobby or this industry. Are you in it to make money? Are you in it to collect cards because you like collecting cards? You don't need to be involved in nonsense drama like this and getting caught up with stuff. I get it, I get DMs, you know, you've seen the price of this guy's bracelet, stuff, this guy's a rip-off, or this company's a rip-off, etc. Don't go in their breaks then. Spend within your means and just leave all that nonsense to the nonsense. You're obviously smart enough to realise that someone's ripping you off. Move on. Do I mind you letting people know and putting your story saying this price is too high? No, but do it respectfully. Say listen people, use break comps, or like I have before, you know, make sure you guys are, I get it, people are addicted to gambling, and I get that. But you know, make sure you try and do it within your means and shop around a little bit, try and get some better rates for yourself, so maybe the hits aren't as, you know, the lows aren't as low as they could be. Yeah, it's tough out here. But yeah, well, I want to move back onto something a bit more happier. We had the football weekend. It was a tough week, midweek. City went out to Real Madrid, hurt me. Arsenal went out to Munich, didn't hurt me as much. Liverpool went out to Atalanta, didn't hurt me that much. Then came the weekend, I was lucky enough to go to the Charity Shield game against Chelsea. Hard to watch. I'm not gonna lie, it was hard to watch. It looked tight from the get-go. But the result is what mattered. You got the result. And then you go to Sunday, and I said United would win. I thought Coventry would score first. I thought the moment would get to him and score first. But United would come back 2-1. 3-0 up, I was like, jeez. Well, that was not expected. And then 3-3. And then the controversy. I thought that they said that maybe 2 years ago, something was it, but the new like VAR rules where the lines were like touching or something like that, they were that close that it would be benefit of the doubt to the attacker. I don't know if that's true or not. I need to look into that a bit more. But I do feel kind of harsh. They were harsh on by there. I think they deserved it as well. To go out on penalties, especially after having it in midweek with us, go out on penalties is a harsh way to go out. It looks like at the moment possibly got to 2 of their players before, you know, they took the penalty, which is a shame. But yeah, what a game for the neutral, especially from the second half onwards. Yeah, crazy. Another Manchester FA Cup final. It's going to be interesting, and interesting into the season after City, because obviously there's no double treble on, so the chance to do a double. So that'll be interesting. Liverpool pulled away a little bit in the league, the win over Fulham and Arsenal as well. So it's going to be interesting end to the year now. But this is why these companies out here need to do more with these sort of games. Imagine the tops instant moment of the goal, the injury time goal that got Coventry through. I think there's a lot of stuff missed there, and there was some good players out there. So we didn't see the likes of Casey Palmer play through injury, but Sims, nice little goal. It would have been, again, for him and his family and his friends and his supporters to have like a tops moment for him scoring in the FA Cup semi-final against Man United. Yes, you can say they lost, but I don't know. I just think there's a missed opportunity there for that fan base and stuff. So hopefully these companies do more for actual supporters, and because not everyone gets these sort of moments to play at Wembley against a Manchester United. So yeah, maybe some food for thought. Let me know. Do you think I'm just talking nonsense there? Do you think there's no point of doing sort of FA Cup and League Cup things like this for smaller teams? I mean, you never know whose rookie card it could be. As long as I say, you never know. You never know. Well, that is another episode done. I appreciate you as always. Be smart out there, guys, because you know there's a lot of people that are going to want your attention, want your money, and aren't trying to help you in any single way. So be smart out there. I appreciate you for listening, taking your time. You're the real MVPs. I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.